For more on this pivotal week for both the Biden and the Trump campaigns, we're joined by Robert Costa. He's in Washington. Bob, good morning to you.
Good morning, Gayle.
Bob, good to see you. Listen, I know you were in New Hampshire yesterday. You were with Gavin Newsom, who's campaigning for President Biden. What are you hearing about what they're saying on the road about the president, and Gavin Newsom in particular?
Gayle, one of the best things about being a reporter is just getting out there and speaking with voters. I love Washington, D.C., but it's not always the prism about what the truth is politically in this country. And it's evident to me, talking to Democratic voters in New Hampshire, which is a battleground state, that so many Democratic voters, even if they have concerns about President Biden and his debate performance, they want to stick with President Biden because they do not want to have a civil war inside of their party ahead or during the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. And there's also acceptance here in Washington, based on my reporting, that President Biden is someone who was elected to the Senate in 1972. He's not walking away because he feels a little pressure. He has battled in 1988, 2008, through ups and downs, personally and professionally. He's not going anywhere. So despite some trepidation, he's there, he's the nominee, unless someone is really going to push him out, and no one seems to want to do that.
Boy, Bob, that calculation from Democratic voters is really interesting because when our polling unit talks to Democratic voters, there is a sizable number who think Joe Biden is too old, and other pollsters have found the same thing, so there's some conflict there. But I want to talk about the Republicans, actually. Donald Trump's going to be in Florida for a rally. A lot of people are reading into that. There's a Florida Senator, Marco Rubio, on the short list, apparently, as a VP candidate. What else can you tell us about that short list?
And real quick, Tony, there is concern about whether President Biden among Democratic voters can beat former President Donald Trump. But Gavin Newsom, the California governor, I was with him yesterday. No one's trying to step up and say, well, I'll come in. Even if they like Vice President Harris, they think the timeline's too short and it's going to be too messy. As for Trump, he's having a rally today with Senator Marco Rubio of Florida, who is on the VP shortlist. Based on my calls with top Trump sources, it's Senator Rubio, Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio, just 39 years old, and North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum. Though other names are being mentioned. I just spoke with Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina, who not only talks to Trump, he plays golf with the former president all the time, and he's touting Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin. There's a real push that regardless of who's picked, that traditional Republican voter, the Nikki Haley voter, needs to come around, and you need to make an overture to them.
Yeah, some interesting options there. Bob, thank you very much.